The many temples and shrines in East Asia symbolize the long history and rich culture of both China and Japan. Today, these historic sites are regarded as valuable art treasures and cultural artifacts, and they allow both tourists and natives insight into the mysteries and legends of the unique region. The Beijing Temple of Confucius, locally known as Kongmiao, is one of China's many temples dedicated to the ancient religion of Confucianism. Located in the heart of the country's capital, the Beijing Temple of Confucius is the second largest Confucian temple in China, second only to the one built in Qufu, Confucius' hometown. Like most other Confucian temples, this historic temple was built in 1302, adjoining the Imperial College, and was used for worship until 1911. The structure occupies a total of 20,000 square meters and contains 4 courtyards, 14 stone pavilions, and 198 stone tablets inscribed with the names of historical Confucian scholars and ancient lessons. The main building, situated in the inner courtyard with entry via the Da Changmen, is called the Da Changdian, meaning Hall of Great Achievement. Unlike Taoist or Buddhist temples, Confucian temples do not normally contain images because of the religion's focus on honoring the teachings of Confucius, not the man himself.
Beijing Dongyue Miao, found in the Chinese capital city, is a temple dedicated to the Taoist religion. Zhang Lisun, a descendant of Taoist founder Zhang Daolin, organized the founding of the temple in 1319 and was finished in 1322. The temple has undergone numerous restorations and it was named a national treasure in 1996. The temple has 3 main courtyards marked by stone tablets and statues found throughout. The 90 remaining stone tablets in the temple date back to the Yuan, Ming, and Qing dynasties. The statues found within the courtyards represent the gods of heaven, earth, and water. Taoism, or Dajiao, is a religion with a rich history in Chinese culture. Taoists believe that one must live in harmony with the Tao, the source and essence of everything that exists. Emphasis on Wu Wei, or action through non-action, is prevalent. Compassion, moderation, and humility make up the 3 treasures, or Sen Bao. The Temple of Great Righteous Awakening, or Da Zhenjue Se, is another temple found in Beijing. Built in 1473 during the Ming Dynasty, Da Zhenjue Se is a Buddhist temple built in the diamond throne pagoda style that can be found in other Buddhist structures. 5 pagodas are found on the top of a large square foundation known as the throne. A pagoda can be found on each corner of the throne, with the slightly larger 5th pagoda found in the center. Combined, the throne and the pagodas give the temple a height of 56 feet. Rows of Buddhas, Buddhist symbols, and animals like elephants and peacocks, floral designs, and other carvings can be found on the walls of the throne. At the temple, the followers of Buddha would engage in traditional practices like meditation and mantra recitation. Studying the Buddhist sutras, considered to be the word of Buddha, has affected the attitudes of many people in China, shaping opinions on aesthetics, politics, literature, philosophy, and medicine.
Approximately 70% of Japanese are Buddhist. However, many Buddhists follow Shintoism as well. Buddhism was imported to Japan through China and Korea during the 6th century and became extremely important in capital cities such as Nara and Kyoto. Over the history of Japan, the Japanese government often had to deal with militant and political Buddhist monasteries. As a result, there was a backlash against Buddhism during the Meiji period. Buddhism has grown less important in modern times. The average Japanese only use Buddhist temples for funerals, and many households keep a small house altar to pay respect to their ancestors. Buddhist temples are known as otera in Japan. A temple's most important buildings are used to house sacred objects, rather than used for worship. Buddhist architecture is not native to Japan as it was imported from China. As a result, Japanese temples have many things architecturally in common with Chinese temples, such as pagodas. Located in Nara, Japan, Todaiji Temple is one of Japan's most famous and culturally important temples. Its Great Buddha Hall is the largest wooden building in the world. The hall, in turn, houses the world's largest bronze Buddha, known as Daibutsu. Construction of the temple began in 728. It was, however, destroyed twice during fires, and the latest Great Buddha Hall was built in 1709. Shintoism is the indigenous faith of the Japanese. It has been a part of Japanese culture for around 2,000 years. Unlike Western religions and many other Eastern ones, it has no founder sacred scriptures. Shintoism was given the name Shinto, meaning way of the gods, during the 8th century to differentiate it from Buddhism, Confucianism, and Taoism. A Shinto shrine is defined as any wooden structure used to house gods, called kami. Shrines are also characterized as being centered around a honden, which is the most sacred building. Tori, or gates, stand at the entrance of a shrine to show the beginning of sacred ground. There are an estimated 100,000 Shinto shrines in Japan, all centered on the Grand Shrine of Ise in the Mie Prefecture. Meiji Jingu is located in downtown Tokyo, Shibuya District. It was dedicated to the spirits of Emperor Meiji and his wife. Construction of the shrine began in 1915 and was completed in 1920. The shrine uses the traditional Japanese cypress and copper design, and the original building was destroyed during the Tokyo air raids of World War II, only to be rebuilt in 1958.
Kinkakuji, also known as Rokkonji, is a Zen Buddhist temple in Kyoto. The site of Kinkakuji was originally a villa called Kitaya Madai, belonging to a powerful statesman, Sayonji Kitsune. Kinkakuji's history dates to 1397 when the villa was purchased from the Sayonjis by Shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu and transformed into Kinkakuji's complex. When Yoshimitsu died, the building was converted into a Zen temple by his son according to his wishes. During the Onin War, all of the buildings in the complex aside from the pavilion were burned down by monk Hayashi Oken and was rebuilt in 1955. The pavilion is 3 stories high, approximately 12.5 meters in height. The name Kinkaku is derived from the gold leaf that the pavilion is covered in. Gold was an important addition to the pavilion because of its underlying meaning. The gold employed was to mitigate and purify any pollution or negative thoughts and feelings towards death. Other than the symbolic meaning behind the gold leaf, the Muromachi period heavily relied on visual accesses.